Hey, my name is Jack. I'm the newest member of the Under Presence team. My brother Jesus went missing a couple episodes back, and I met Victor Pruna in St. Augustine on an investigation, and he asked me to join the team. I've been doing paranormal investigations and seances for over 20 years. I was part of another show. No, I'm not Zach Bagan, although people ask me all the time, are you Zach Bagan? But I can do a Zach Bagan impersonation. So today we're going to do a seance.
So what is a seance?
Seance is where we attempt to contact a spirit or an entity or energy from another side, from the other dimension, from another plane. And it takes a tremendous amount of energy. People don't understand. When you see these movies on TV where these spirits just pop up and you see this visualization, it is so incredibly rare to see an apparition. Personally, I've never seen one in over 20 years and hundreds of these things, but it's really rare. That's not saying they cannot communicate with us, because they do all the time. Hopefully, it will happen tonight.
So what's the difference between a seance and a paranormal investigation?
Seance, you're inviting the spirit to visit you, whereas a typical paranormal investigation, you're out in a building or a home or a place that already has reports of energy. So there's some kind of residual energy already in the place when you do a paranormal investigation. It requires a lot less of your human energy or your spiritual energy to contact somebody during a paranormal investigation, whereas a seance, you're attempting to bring that spirit, that energy to you. It's a little more difficult.
That makes sense. Well, how does a seance work?
Basically, you see all these movies and all these videos on YouTube of people sitting around holding hands at a round table or with a Ouija board, or they have candles and they smudge the place with all kinds of stuff. It's all crap. There's no real rules to a seance. There's no book, no official book saying this is how you do seances, humans. These are rules that people have made up over the past 100 or so years. So really what you need is you need somebody with some sort of clair ability. There's supposed to be 8 clair abilities. Some people say there are 5. I have about 4 of them, and I'm working to develop the other ones. But you need somebody who has some sort of connection to the other side, and I've been gifted with that. And also, it's usually helpful if you have a very open mind. And I found that if you have something that belonged to the person who has left this world, that's usually helpful. I happen to have something from the gentleman I'm going to try to contact today. His name was Danny Ellis, one of my best friends in the world. And he died 5 years ago today. So God rest his soul. And I talked to him before he left this world. And I said, I will give you 5 years of peace before I reach out to you and pull you back in. And he knew this day was coming. Wherever you are, Dan, we're going to talk tonight. This was his jacket, and he gave it to me right before he passed away. Dan was a big NASCAR fan. Personally, I've always hated it, but he took me to several Daytona 500s and paved the way, so I went. It's always a party at the Daytona 500 if you've ever been there. So I'm going to put it on, which will bring me a little closer to Dan. I've never worn this jacket before. Ironically, it kind of fits me now. That's a little strange. Nothing in the pockets. So what we'll do is we'll try to reach out to him and contact Danny Ellis on the other side and see if he's available to speak with us. Hopefully, he will send us a sign either orally or through some sort of electronic means, like an EVP, an electronic voice phenomenon, or hopefully it's a physical sign where he can tap on something or blow out a candle or show us that he's here with us. Okay. We're not going to sit around and hold hands. There's other people here too, but they're sitting in the background. They didn't want to be on camera tonight. And that's totally cool. You don't need to do that. Your energy just being here in this room, in this building, is enough to pull someone from the other side. So I always begin, this is a little, probably the only superstitious thing I do. I kind of say a few words, not really a prayer, but a few words of protection. So I have seen some darkness in some of my investigations. And trust me, you don't want to see that. You don't want that in your life. So I say a few words that I wrote myself. Again, there's no official manual. There's no official words, no matter what anybody tells you. This is whatever you feel protects you in your heart. In the name of the great brotherhood of light, please protect us from the forces of evil and darkness. Cast away the impostors and the demons, and let there be nothing but light among us. Protect this home and all the people in it, and allow light and nothing but light to contact us tonight. Amen. There are words that a lot of people say when they sit around a table, and again, they're completely unnecessary. I'll do it if my client asks me to do something like that and they want a more formal or a more traditional seance, whatever that is. I'll do that for him. So, but tonight we're not going to do that because Dan, he wasn't a conventional kind of guy. He was kind of a prankster, a jokester. He had a great attitude. He would give you the shirt off his back. He literally has given people the shirt off his back. Just a terrific human being. I miss him dearly. I really do. So I begin by offering him something from our physical world. Dan was a beer drinker. He wasn't much in the wine, but I couldn't stand the beers that he drank. So no PBR for me. I'm going to have a glass of red wine, and I offer this as part of our world and part of its energy. It takes a tremendous amount of energy to create any atomic substance. And I'm going to have a little bit of wine in the memory of Dan. And I invite Dan to have some too. Let's try not to make a mess in here. It's not my place. All right. So all spirits require a massive amount of energy to cross over from one dimension to another. People don't understand that we're dealing with alternate realities here. And everything in our universe is really created by and governed by energy. So what I will attempt to do, and what usually is successful for me, is to create a bunch of energy in this area that hopefully my friend Dan can tap into, which will pull him into our realm. So I have something that my brother Jesus left me. It's called a spirit magnet. And it's a Tesla coil. And he had much success with this. He used to call it the spirit magnet, although we used to call Jesus the spirit magnet because he had uncanny ability to contact the other side. And I'm hoping to be at least partially as effective as him when I fully develop all my powers. I'm still working on it even after 20 years. So I'm going to turn on the spirit magnet. This will create a lot of energy in the room. And you can see all my devices are going crazy right now from all the tremendous energy in here. K2's off the chart. The millimeter's going crazy. Danny Ellis, I invite you to use our energy. Come speak with us this evening. Tell us your stories. Talk to us. Let us know you're okay. Danny Ellis, we call upon you to cross to this realm. Show us a sign that you're here, Danny Ellis. Use our energy. There was just a tremendous amount of energy, as you can see by all these devices going crazy. And that's why we call this the spirit magnet, because it really does generate a tremendous amount of energy. We have a device here that will say random words that it picks up based on the energy in the room. Sometimes they're helpful, sometimes they're not. I feel a presence in the room. I feel something. And I don't know what or who it is. Danny, are you here? and you give us a sign, we'll attempt to capture some electronic voice phenomenon through our highly sensitive audio recording equipment. So we'll ask some questions. Danny Ellis, are you here among us? There are many ways you can contact us. You can tap on something on a wall. You can blow out this candle or any of them behind me. You can touch this device and show us you have a physical presence in our plane. Or you can ring this bell. Danny, show us a sign. Let us know that you're here with us tonight, 5 years after you've passed on to the other side. We'll be silent for a moment to see if we can capture his voice. Danny had a great sense of humor. And whenever you walked into a room with him, or he noticed you standing somewhere, you would hear a very, very loud greeting. Danny, if you could give us that greeting over some of these devices, any of these devices, or through, as strongly as you can, through these microphones. What did you used to say when you walked in and greeted someone? Try these questions again with a spirit box. Sometimes the spirit box can provide enough radio frequency energy that allows people on the other side to tap in. I had a question for Danny. You had a nickname that people used to call you through your business, one of your businesses, your favorite business. What did they used to call you? It began with a K. Show me a sign. If you are here, show me a sign. Blow out this candle. Knock something over. Tap something. Give us a cool breeze and drop the temperature. We're watching the temperature at 74 here. 74.3. It's pretty consistent at 74. Show us a sign that you're here, Danny. There is no breeze in this room. And I'm not saying anything, and the candle is flickering. The air conditioner is not running right now. Are the other candles moving? Is this you, Danny? Are you causing this motion on these candles? Again, we don't know if there has been any message that has come through because we can't perceive them with our hearing. A lot of times they're too quiet and we must amplify them, and we'll find out in post-production if there's anything there. So what I'd like to try is dowsing rods. These are simple metal rods. These are made with copper, brass, and materials that are very receptive. People have used these for hundreds of years to look for water, to look for energy, to look for minerals. And many people use them to contact the spirit world. These are free spinning. They spin on their own. And you can ask spirits questions with dowsing rods. Sometimes they're receptive, sometimes they're not. What you do is you start by asking, Spirit, if there is a spirit among us, show us which way is yes. If your response to a question is yes, looks like left is yes. I'm going to straighten them out manually now. Is there a spirit among us? Move the rods to my left if there is a spirit among us. Sometimes it'll take some time to respond. Very good. That's great. All right, straighten them out. If there is a spirit among us, is your name Danny Ellis, or was your name Danny Ellis when you were alive in this world? Bring the rods to my left. That's a no. All right. Are you a male spirit? If you are male, cross the rods. Make an X. That's an interesting X. I think we're dealing with a male, but we're not sure if it's Danny. If you were somebody I knew while you were alive, cross the rods. Use my energy. Use the energy that is in this room. I feel a little bit of electricity in my left hand. That's a little disturbing. Last time I felt that, it was a demonic presence. And you can't really ask a demon if you're a demon, because they'll usually lie to you. We ask that if there is a demon in our presence, that you leave immediately. We only invite the light. If there is a demon, you should leave immediately. I will ask one more time. Is the spirit of Danny Ellis with us here? If it is, if this is you, Danny, cross my rods into an X. Use my energy. Now, Danny was a prankster. And occasionally we will find spirits from the other sides are pranksters as well. So I don't think we're going to get much. I'm really feeling a burning in my left hand, and it troubles me. All right, let's move on. I think we're going to avoid the dowsing rods. Sometimes these can act as antennas and attract the wrong type of energy, so I don't want to take that chance. So what I'd like to do is ask a few questions through the spirit box. Normally some of these seances can take up to 4 hours, but since we're recording this, we don't want this show to go on forever, so we're going to try to accelerate it a little bit. What I'm going to do is hook up my spirit box.
Watch.
We'll turn that off. I have no electromagnetic interference, nothing strange happening, no temperature drops. Everything's consistent. We're at 74.6 here, 74.4. A small difference is normal. So this is a spirit box, and what this does is it uses traditional AM and FM radio broadcasts. And what it'll do is pull that energy by polling several radio stations at a very high speed to try to assemble words and short phrases that can help a spirit trying to tap into the energy in this world. Again, it takes a tremendous amount of energy for a spirit to communicate with us on this side. So let's try the spirit box. Typically, this is very effective for many spirits. And hopefully Danny will work with me this evening. Spirits among us, tell me your first name. I heard a name. did. I heard something. We'll play it back, see what it was. What was that one phrase, Danny Ellis, that you always said when you walked into a room? Everyone here among us knows what that phrase is. Tell me what that phrase was. Occasionally, these responses will be too fast or too slow for us to understand. Spirits on a different plane may not have the same restrictions of time that we do here. So occasionally we will slow things down or speed things up, and they will then become legible. Danny Ellis, if you are among us, one of your heroes, who was your hero? You sung one song that deeply touched a lot of people's hearts with your wife. What was the name of that song or the name of the artist? Can you tell me the first names of any of my deceased friends or relatives who are in your plane among you? Sounds strange. It's a little different than it usually sounds. Danny Ellis, are you happy where you are? Do you have any messages for any of us in this world? Who would you like to speak with, if anyone? Danny Ellis, one of your favorite things to do was to sing, to watch the smiles on people's faces as you perform for them. Can you sing a song for us here? A small piece of a song. Can you send it over to this side? Use my energy, Danny.
Anytime.
Danny Ellis, would you like us to reach out and contact you again? And we hope to speak with you again. Know that we all love you. We all care about you, and we all deeply miss you. And we'd love to see you again. And hopefully we will all see you again someday. With this, I release you back into the light, Danny Ellis. Thank you for sharing this time and this energy with us. Go back into the light and enjoy your peace. Any spirits or demons or any energy that has followed Dan here, please leave this presence at this time. We only mean to be surrounded by the light. The seance is completed.